systematic in that when 2 weeks ago protesters stood in front of the Michigan State House where they were protesting against Governor Gretchen Whitmer's shutdown of the state, they held automatic rifles, guns, all out in public. And nobody came with riot gear and tear gas to break them up. They could have gone into the state capitol and killed how many thousands of hundreds of people. They were armed with automatic rifles protesting, but their protest was respected. And here we have 1,000 people, unarmed, protesting the unjust killing of an unarmed, handcuffed, subdued, under detention prisoner who died there on the ground and pronounced dead when he arrived at the hospital, and the response to them instead was riot gear, armed police response. It's just not fair. It talks about a system of racism. Dr. Bernard, do you see a system of racism impacting this tragedy and others? Eric Garner, Breonna, so many other, Ahmaud Arbery. What do you think about all of these things that are happening in our nation right now, Dr. Bernard?
Well, it's so true. I mean, it's systemic. And look, American system has been founded on class, and race is used by class to enforce and protect that classism. That's the reality of American society. So it's not like America decided, oh, we're going to birth a country and we're going to be racist. No, it's first classism. People in power and positions of influence, whether on the left or the right. So the system is shaped and built to maintain a certain power structure. And that's why those who are on the bottom rung of that, thank God that America is an incredible nation that allows us to challenge those systems, those policies, those practices, and make a difference. But, I want to take a moment here to just comment on something that Tye Tribbett said, Pastor Tye. He used the passage about turning the other cheek. And this is so important because, look, evil traffics in deceit, injustice, and chaos. And we have to pray. We have to pray against those things. We have to pray for truth to prevail. We have to pray for justice to prevail. We have to pray for order, because if we don't respond with order, all we do is add to the chaos and exacerbate the situation. But praying is not enough. We also must engage. We must show faith, but we also must show action. I had pastors, white pastors from around the country, call me. And like Rich Wilkerson, God bless you, brother, they apologized. They felt shame. They felt disgrace. And they asked me, what can we do? And my first response was, use your platform, use your voice. Don't be afraid. Take advantage of this national consensus of outrage where everybody, white, black, Hispanic, Latino, it doesn't matter, we're all outraged. And this is the kind of environment that we can use to push social change. The policy of putting a knee is part of that police department's policy of enforcement. So it's not just one individual, all right, not using discretion in the use of power and authority. It's policies that are allowing that kind of over-policing. We need security in our communities, especially communities of color, high crime communities. But we live in a tension between the need for safety in our community and over-policing. So a balance of the two are important if we're going to make a difference in our society. And I say, speak up, find out how you can get involved. Let's push the conversation. We need to have a serious conversation in this nation like this one and continue the conversation about the social systems, structures, policies, and practices that reinforce the racial state of America. We're all ashamed and embarrassed, so let's turn that shame and embarrassment into positive action to make a difference.
Well, certainly.